One of the key ideas to emerge in Rutland's Creative Communities program was to establish an open-air marketplace in Center Street, downtown. However, the committee didn't want to undertake dramatic changes in the downtown without first testing local responses. Here's an overview of the planning and thinking that went behind this effort as it moved forward.
Through our general planning process, the big creative economy initiative, we came up with 4 priorities. One was taking a look at downtown and the open air market concept. What could we do to make it more of a public gathering place?
The creative economy process challenged you to say what's unique about your community. And the reality is downtown is unique to our community. It's got history, it has classic architecture, it has some real gems here that we've never really fully utilized. And everybody's got a strip with McDonald's and all the fast food joints and everything else. That's not unique. And Rutland has something to offer. And we wanted to accentuate that, and I think people recognize that downtown was that piece.
Downtown really is a gem, and I know that most of the tourist traffic coming through Vermont heads up Route 7 right past the downtown. One of the things that we're working hard at is giving people a sense of what is downtown, that it's worth taking that turn off Route 7 and checking it out. I think a lot of times you could pass right by and think that what we've got is the fast food development and the strip malls. Well, we knew we really had to do something that focused on the downtown. Through our entire creative economy planning process, we had people saying that they really wanted it to become a third place, a place to gather outside of work and outside of their family life.
One of the things we heard in some of the planning was, let's close Center Street. It was talked about years ago. The challenge is we're not convinced that the market is large enough to support that. And so when we looked at it, how likely was it that we were going to get that accomplished right off the bat? And we said, let's take some steps. They may not necessarily lead to that, but at least it'll give everybody a lot more information. It'll give them a feeling of, can it be supported? And perhaps it will create a market around it that does support it. Friday Night Live closes Center Street, the lower Center Street, from 5 to 9 every Friday night. A couple of things were already happening. The Paramount Theater had a brick box series of musical events that were happening in the wintertime inside in their brick box theater. And then the Arts Committee of the Creative Economy had started an arts hop that was happening every 5th or 6th week on Fridays, and it involved several locations downtown, including the Paramount, also the Chaffee and the library and others. And it had grown to 9 or 10 or 11 locations. And we were able to kick off the Friday Night Live series and timed it with one of the Art Hop scheduled times.
Most of our efforts so far have been to make sure that Rutland is a place where the people that live here want to be and want to come visit. We focused on that much more heavily than tourism, for example, although we believe that the better a place comes for local people, the better it will become for tourism. But we really, I think one of the themes through what we've heard is that Rutland has an authenticity to it that we wouldn't want to lose.
If we can get 1,000 to 2,000 people down here on a Friday night, it creates an energy that just takes on a momentum of its own. That's really the goal, is to build that, let people understand what could be downtown on a regular basis, and encourage ideas from there.
There was an overall feeling, at least what we heard from the public and from people that have been here a while, a feeling of, I don't want to say it wasn't as bad as hopelessness, but it was a feeling of things aren't quite happening around here. We're all not a sense of pride, something's sort of missing. Downtown could be something, but it's not. I think what we're seeing is that we're starting to turn that corner with events like the Friday Night Live, with the refurbishment of the alley, and with the businesses really partaking, being full partners in all of this. I think we're well on our way to creating a new pride in Rutland, a new sense of this is a great place to be.